What's going on in Tennessee?
Yeah, Mayor Freddie O'Connell, who is the mayor of Nashville and mayor of Davidson
Yes.
County, technically, where is a metropolis government where the city mayor controls the county as well, is obstructing ICE with things such as Executive Order 30, which requires those interactions with ICE agents to be reported directly to the mayor's office within one business day. He has criticized ICE deportations as inhumane and against how Nashville is supposed to work, how we're all supposed to work with the federal government, how this is a federal government overreach, in his own words, and has signed into law his citizens in Nashville and in Davidson County need to report anything they see with ICE, not to local law enforcement, not to the city police, but directly to the mayor's office, so he knows what ICE operations are operating in Nashville. Mayor O'Donnell needs to know that this is none of his business. It's because he has not enforced and let ICE know, let the federal government know what illegal migrants are in his city and taking over his city and trying to make it like Los Angeles. So he is trying to interfere on their behalf. He has accidentally doxed ICE agents and ICE agent information out to the general public, laying the names of officers, letting them know what cities, what parts of the regions, what districts, and what precincts that Nashville ICE operations are being done in, solely to put these people in danger. Freddie O'Donnell needs to be arrested himself or charged and investigated for the absolute tyranny that he is going against the federal government that is simply trying to protect his citizens because he refuses to.
Well, and this is ridiculous. And I'm sorry, but Kenny, we used to call this type of stuff an insurrection, didn't we?
Yeah, I thought so, especially when we're obstructing federal agents. But apparently, Freddie O'Donnell is supporting an insurrection. And it's absolutely ridiculous that he's trying to paint this out as being a mistake when he doxed these people's names, what agency they worked for, what position they held out to the general public, and to call that an accident. We knew exactly what he's doing. When an ICE agent enters Nashville, when an ICE agent enters Davidson County, Freddie O'Donnell wants the general public and those leftist protesters like LA is seeing, he wants these people doxxed and danger committed onto federal agents. There is no doubt in my mind. And Congress is actually investigating, and Representative Annie Ogles and other Tennessee congressional representatives of the congressional delegation are initiating investigations into what Freddie O'Donnell has done with Executive Order 30. It is an insane proclamation to dox these men's names, to let these operations be known directly to the mayor's office instead of local law enforcement who can actually engage and help out ICE agents to get these illegal migrants out of Nashville and out of Davidson County. State leaders have called for Freddie O'Donnell's resignation. State leaders have wanted him to be held liable by the federal government for what he has done, and he needs to be ashamed of himself, apologize, and aid ICE out or get out of the way, or potentially be investigated or arrested like Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass and all those politicians in leftist state California.
No, I mean, Kenny, this is where it comes down to. People have to understand, do we have federal law in this country or not? And even the LAPD police chief came out and said these agents absolutely have a right to do this. Federal law always trumps state and local law when it comes to the issue of immigration. This is simple. And what you're seeing now is and Kenny, you know, I would love to get you on it. We'll have to do another take on this about how you see a lot of Republicans too, by the way. So the Democrats want the illegals here because they want the votes. They want the apportionment numbers. We had Cernovich on yesterday talking about this. But the Republicans want those cheap workers. And there's a lot of Republicans who want this cheap labor because in the same way they support the H-1B and H-2B programs, they want these illegals in. Why? Because it supports these businesses that employ them to keep wages low. This is not conservative. This is not something that a nationalist populist movement could ever be behind.